Uh, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining today's session. Good morning and good evening, everyone. So, as the Kodendra sir has walked you through the entire the topics which we are doing from the couple of weeks for giving the boot camp from the coding of latest Gen AI technology in terms of agentic AI frameworks and along with the various the tools which are currently popular in the industry and each and every the week we are covering of the new topics as well. Yeah, no. So I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, before I jump into the session, in today's topic, just I wanted to walk you through the about our the Git repository and altogether and how we are maintaining the structured format of the course session as well. As you see if once the course is enrolled by with the KKR where they have the dedicated the Git repo where they can handle the various the traditional based algorithms to the current technology as a Gen AI based the tools as well. They will be having ML notebooks and Python, DL, and along with the Gen AI based where you can see the AI agents and Gen AI interactions and LangChain framework with the various industry the Python codes which you can see there. In terms of healthcare industry, in a high based the disease classification and in terms of HR use case as an agentic AI framework like LangGraph and Lang memory and multi-agent frameworks and with the other stock marketing LLM implementation. So where you will be having the various files in terms of once you enroll with us, where you can able to get all the necessary code in terms of each and every part of this session will helpful for you to introduce yourself in the market in terms of the latest technologies as well so all this the each and every the program and the code which is designed with the our expertise who are already into the industry and who are already delivered these the Gen AI based technologies as well in terms of the prompt writing and how you're supposed to be implement the agentic AI frameworks and how you to initialize the tools and how you to initialize the nodes and each and every framework which has been designed here. So you will be access for all this repository in terms of once you enroll the codes. So along with that, where we have the dedicated course for the non-coders and the coders as well. If in students who wanted to have in a coding level, they have the 16 weeks of the course plan from the beginning. It's not the thing. If the they wanted to start from the beginning, without the code knowledge, also they can start from the coding plan where they have the clear foundations of the AI in terms of the learning the Python programming language to what are the key skills which is required in terms of you to have a AI developer and the various topics it will be covered in terms of pandas, numpys, along with the regular expressions and various data pre-processing tool and text mining topics, along with the traditional approaches where you will be going to work with the regression and classification algorithms in terms of linear regression, logistic regression, and the KNN and random forest algorithms, and follow with the neural network concepts in a recurrent neural network and convolution neural network and ANN, and follow with the transformers. Then you are going to learn with the Gen AI and agentic AI frameworks as well. So it's not only in a where we are covering only the Gen AI. So these particular coder planets, you will be having the entire of the curriculum, where as a developer, what skills is required, everything we have been kept it here. It is not only for the theoretical. We clearly written the each and every class will have the hands-on session for the particular topic as well. And along with the other the AI tools, where you will be going to explore with the cloud computings Amazon Web Services and Azure OpenAI services and the Google Cloud Platform as well. But as for the session, we mostly cover up with the Azure and AWS services. If time permits, we are going to show the Google Cloud platforms as well in terms of the Gemini, the LLM models, how to utilize the LLM models, how to create the your own instances, where we are going to show them the various service platforms as well. So this particular coders, it will be like, who are already into the coding with a different background as a Java or R programming language or a PHP or in the front end. So they could be easily, they can adapt this AI for IT coders. So it will be very helpful for them to get into the AI programmers as well. And in terms of like in a who are like in a completely zero background of the coding, now who they wanted to be get into the AI, they wanted to be passionate about the AI, they can adapt the AI for coders. So it is also for 16 weeks of the program, so where they can learn the in terms of the business, what is mean by the AI and how we can be taken of the various use cases in terms of the business level. And they also can able to learn the Python in terms of like in a where we are going to teach with the completely basic level, because what is like in a Python and in terms of what are the information which we required in terms of to write the programming programs, like in a clearly from the Python fundamentals we are going to teach them. And follow with the other data cleaning and transforming techniques as well. And along with this, like they are going to learn the non-coding tools like an N89 tool and Google Vertex AI tool and a NIME tool. So these are the kind of interesting tools which they are going to learn on the part of IT for non-coders as well. So they no need to do any programming. They simply they can drag and drop the particular the boxes, so where it will be helpful to connect from the one tool to another tool. So this is for the AI for non-coders tools as well we have. And if the people wanted to start with the cloud platform, so they have the cloud we have the cloud based AI platforms as well as specifically for in terms of to teach like what is Azure OpenAI services and AWS Bedrock services in terms of, and Google Vertexes as well. So even in the our in like last 5 minutes where I'm going to walk you through the AWS Bedrock services as well, what are the various LLM services we have in terms of DeepSeek, Fin, and follow with the Cloud Sonnet models and Cohera models. Like we will be having the multiple LLM models which are which are going to present in the AWS system as well. So all the cloud platforms which you are going to learn in terms of each and every service, like in the blob storages, how you are going to create your own vector database, in terms of like in how you are going to create your index information. So all these informations which will be covered by in the cloud platform as well. So this is specifically designed for the people who are already into the cloud as a cloud engineer. So if they wanted to learn as an AI based cloud platform, so where this particular the course will be really helpful for them, where they can implement the AI based solutions in terms of in the clouds. So this is about our course curriculum. It's not only for the coding people. This the KKR we are came up with the people who wanted to start the journey from the zero coding. Also, they can adapt to the KKR course program, and they can start learning the AI programming in terms of, and where they can implement the real time use the applications as well. So going back to today's session, so like today we are going to learn the MCP protocol like an so we are hearing from last 6 months, right? Like an MCP is the one of the popular word which we are hearing from the many of the industry, where they wanted to implement the MCP based solution in their applications. What is MCP basically? See, everyone knows like as a the people who have already worked as a CCNA or like as a network engineer, they already know this protocol in terms of connecting from the one server to the another server. So where they are going to design all the router configurations in terms of that. Similarly, uh, as we are working of the AI based applications, like we are able to summarize the content, we are able to generate the code, we are able to make them the more robust applications as well. But the only challenge in the AI field here, so like when you are working for the multiple clients, like it is a very challenging task you to get the client data from within your server. So it's a very challenging, like where you have to request them from the clients, like giving providing them their data, their customer data. So before providing the customer data also, there will be the multiple like the document procedures which will be happen, where they what could be the data retention policies, where they have the legally which they have to be provided, where they have to be certain MOUs which has to be processed. So once all the documentation process, the paperwork which is completed, then only the customer will provide the data to us where we can start our approaches. So it is a very difficulty in many of the like in earlier days, like in terms of to collecting the data, or in terms of to return the to in order to work from the client level data. So these MCP, like in the MCP, the concepts will help us to, like in without you are storing the client data in your servers, where you can directly utilize the client data, and where you can perform the various operations. So without storing their information, and you can complete the task. So that is the beauty of this model context protocol. So you no need to like in where we no need to request any data, where we are like in which we are going to store the data. In simple terms, we are just connecting to their servers, and we are reading the information in the bytes format, which is completely encrypted information, and we are processing the particular data in terms of our AI based the process. Then we are sending them the processed information into their servers. So without storing any information, where we are processing and where we are sending back to the client information. So this is the beauty of the model context protocol. So earlier, so now if we are talking about the model context, so where you will be having the server and the client and the host. So these are the three components which generally we used for the MCP. So if I talk about, this is the architecture of the MCPs will be there. So the host will be considered, it's a like in the Google, or it's maybe the Facebook, or it's maybe the Johnson, it may be the Mark, or it may be the any company. So you consider the client will be the multiple clients. So each client will have their multiple servers, or each client have their own servers. So now what you are going to do, so you are going to build some AI based applications. So these AI application will client to this the multiple clients. So each client is connected with the multiple servers, and this server will access their databases. So which you can see here, the data source, it might be the one of the database you can connect. You can consider another source, you may consider it is a REST API. Another data source you might be consider as an internet as well. So in terms of like with this MCP, where you are going to connect with the multiple data sources, and where you are going to receive the information, and where we can be processed. So this is the use of the MCP. Like earlier, what you are going to do, where you have to do for each and every, if you wanted to connect for the data sources, we have to write a multiple the codings for each and every individual data sources, and you need to request the data from that particular data sources, and you have to utilize the data source. But this MCP, with the simple connection, where you can able to access multiple data sources with the minimal code, that is the beauty of the MCPs. So you will be having the protocols, that is HTTP or HTTPSS simply, and where it will be request the data, and it will going to read that information, it will be sent to the client. So I'm going to show you how it will works in terms of the MCP, and how you are going to connect with the multiple data sources as well, and how you are going to access the particular data, the real-time data, and along with that, how we are going to process in terms of that particular data as well, I'm going to show you. So just going back to here, so generally the MCP is like in a more about the components are host and the client and the server. And in terms of like in the data layers, we can see that in terms of if the data, if you wanted to send from the one source to the another source, where it will be utilize the data protocol as a JSON based the protocol, or like an HTTP based protocol, which we can say that. So these are the kind of some networking based terminologies which we know to be considered all about this. But what we need to do when we are implementing this MCP service, we have to see that like in how the secure is the connection which we can be established. So the security will be the much more important here in terms of like when we are implementing these MCP servers. So to implement the let me show you so in terms of if you wanted to implement the secure based the servers like an MCPs, where we have to utilize the OAuth authentication. Like we already have seen the single sign-on in terms of when we wanted to log in for any our company emails, like and where we go with a single sign-on, or else like an auth-based authentication or bearer token-based authentication. So these are the kind of some security authentications which will be utilized for utilizing this for in terms of to implementing this model context protocols here. So I don't I'm not going to jump into the more into the network the part. So just I wanted to tell them like in a, so with this MCP, like in a, without the MCP, what could be the difficulties which I wanted to show you. So with this MCP, I just wanted to tell that like in a, by sitting in a one place where you can able to collect or where you can able to read the data from the various data sources. So without the MCP, where you have to connect with the multiple sources with the multiple coding platforms, and where you need to be retrieve the data, and where you need to be written the lot of logics which is required here. Okay, so this is the simple MCP server where you will be having the package called FastMCP, and this is how the tool which you can be which we are going to be implement. So like in a get alerts, or it's a weather based information, or like in if you want to have a custom database where you wanted to retrieve the data from your in-house organization database, where you can where you can generate your own tool as well. So in terms of the client, this is the client which you can see the client how it will be there. The client is nothing but where the user will request some information. So once the user requests the information, the request will be sent to the server. In terms of to simply, if you wanted to say, like if we open any browser, like and if we ask something, like so what is the temperature? So this is the client which I can say that. So in the as soon as I send up the information as a temperature, so it the request has sent to the server as it is connected to the some weather forecasting the data source, and the information it has been received in terms of this is the 23 degrees Celsius, in terms of this is the forecasting, this is the time period, and what could be the cloud and the humidity, other information which is sent. Similarly, if you wanted to have some A based approaches, so the client is nothing but Cloud Desktop. So where you are going to request some information. Okay, what are the tools we have? When you are implementing your MCP, so you are going to develop your own client as well, as you see the Cloud A. Similarly, you will be having your own client as well. So you can see that these are the particular tools which is accessing by this particular Cloud A client. So you can see the Ask LLM and Translate Test and Call Local API and Get Weather, along with the web page, and Bright Data tools as well. Okay. So now what is the server here? Server, if I wanted to tell you, okay. So this is the server. So MCP based server, which you can see here. So there is only 4 lines of code which you can see. So with the single server, you can connect to the multiple data sources. So multiple data source we can call, each data source is you can call as a tool, one tool. So like you can have a multiple tools which you can say that. So one tool is equal to one data source in terms of if I wanted to tell. So this particular data source is connected to the LLM, the general LLM question. Another, the tool which you can see the translate as a text, which you can see this is another data source you can call. So which is specifically designed the prompt where it will be helpful to convert the one language from the another language, which you can see here. And the another tool which is you can have the custom local API, means like in where this particular local API which is going to fetch your in-house Jira information, or in-house your Confluence information, in-house your organization information here. So the another tool you can see that this particular tool is the real-time tool which I have implemented here, where you can see which is going to fetch the real-time weather forecasting informations. So this is the one beauty which you can see here. Okay, so simply like in around 100 lines of code where we have created this particular MCP based server. So if I just I'll go and simply I'll try it here. Okay. Before that, what you do, so you have to select your project. So this is our custom project, and you can see these are the custom tools you can see here. LangChain MCP servers. So I'm going to show you how you are going to configure your MCP, your custom projects as well, and how you are going to configure your custom server, and how you are going to define your tools as well. Okay, so I just connected to my custom project, and my custom tools here you can see here. You can turn off and you can turn on as well if you want required. So if you don't want to do for your custom, like, and if you want your information wanted to get only custom tools, you can just turn off this website. So it will only interact with your custom tools only, LangChain MCP servers. This is the local. Okay, so what is the current temperature? So it is pointing to the weather tool. So weather tool is one of the real time information which you can see here. Okay, let's ask for what is the temperature for. So I just requested for New York. Yeah, you can see here. So which tool you are using? See, you can see. So the above information I requested which tool you are utilizing. So I'm using the get weather tool from the LangChain MCP server. So this tool which will be provide like in a, the city's temperature, like in a, so how many of the future temperature which you required, like in a, even if you require the forecast temperatures also, which will provide here. So this is how the beauty of the MCP, if I wanted to tell, like in a, so what I did, I simply uh, created the weather information in terms of, this is the particular the source weather API you can see here. So I just enrolled myself, like in terms of to get the real time data. So I just have created my account. So you can create your account as well, and you can integrate your tools as well. So it is in a free of cost only. So where it will provide the real time weather informations. Okay, let's go back to here. Now in terms of like in a, I hope now you are able to get the importance of the MCP servers. Like in a earlier, if we wanted to get the data, like in a, where we will be having a knowledge source, in terms of, we are, everyone knows that knowledge source is nothing but where we'll be having the vector database. So if I ask some questions, the particular response will we are going to receive from the particular knowledge source only. So this knowledge source, it might be the outdated as well. So this knowledge source, it might won't be the up to date as well. So if I want the up to date information, if I want the real time monitoring information, real time the information which I wanted to see, so that kind of implementation, it could not possible with the general agentic based approach, agentic based implementation. That's where the people started introducing the MCP based approach. When the user requests the query, so the query will retrieve the information from the various data source tools in terms of connecting to the real time source information, and in terms of it will connect it to the existing knowledge base source information. Then it will combine all together, and it will provide the final information to the users. So that's where the users able to get the up to dated information. That is the beauty of the MCP. So with this MCP, where you can able to connect the real time information, where you can connect the live tools or the live servers in terms of to get the real time information. So here, so whenever you wanted to define any tool, so you, once you install the Cloud desktop, so you have to go to the settings, the developer. You should have to click the developer. So once you click here, so you can click the edit config. So this particular the properties which will take you to the particular Cloud configuration. So this is where you can configure your servers. So here you can see the LangChain MCP server, which I configured here. If you want to add one more server, like, and if you want to connect multiple servers, so simply what you can do, you can just copy here, and you can add one more server. Instead of LangChain MCP server, you can give KKR MCP server as well. So you can change the file. Okay, so this is how you are going to connect to the multiple servers. So each and every server, they have their own custom tools as well. So those particular tool, either it might be the connecting their database, or it might be connecting to the REST APIs as well. As you see in the weather forecasting, this is the one of the API which you can see here, where you can simply connect to the weather APIs and you can get the information as well. So this is how where you can engage your clients, or you can engage your users in terms of to retrieve the real-time information and real-time the solution for the your users as well. So here what you need to do, like in a like let's try to do test with the other tools as well. So once you added here, just you can create your own project here. And like, and if I already have created my project, I'm just selecting my project here, and you can see the tools also here. The tools will be displayed here. And I want it to be request, like in a convert high to high word high word to French language. So just think that, like, this tool, why it will helpful, I'll tell you. Like, can I just consider, you might be working for some, the global level organization, where the global level organization focusing for the multiple locations, like a Netherlands, or like in a French. Okay, so where you are going to work on the Dutch language and French language. So many of the companies, they won't allow the chat GPT in terms of you to copy the information and to convert that particular language to the English. So they wanted to build the custom in-house the chat GPT based tools, where they can utilize their employees, like in converting the users information to the specified language, from the Dutch to English, or like French to English, or French to English, like, or English to French, or English to Dutch, they wanted to convert. So they can create their custom tools in terms of their users, and they can utilize, so their data will be completely secure. It won't be sent into the open source, right? So just think of in the point of, like, when you're working for the global level organization, where your the employee wanted to be utilize this particular functionality. So where you can convert, where you can develop your MCPs. These MCPs will having the multiple tools in terms of multiple functions, which I wanted to say. So each function will have their own unique features, like in converting from one language to the another language, or you wanted to develop some code from the specific languages also, you can develop here. So like you can see here. So now let's add another tool here, if you wanted to see. So let's take here. I'll try to add like a code generation tool. Okay. Yeah. So I have added one more tool, which you can see. This particular tool will help us to generating the code here. So I'm stopping the server. You can see. So whenever you start the server, so you always have to close your client. So once server is activated, like you can see, once server is activated, then you can start your client. So I'm just starting my client here. Yeah, here once you restarted your desktop, so you can select your project and you can see the tool. It is already enabled here. I'm just turning off the website because we won't require whatever the information we are requesting, we are utilizing. So you can see the another server also, the KKR MCP server, which is came up here. You can see here. So like you can connect to the multiple servers as well. Okay, so if required, you can turn on the one server, or if required, you want to have a multiple servers, you can just turn on. So let's see. First, we'll verify the tools information. We'll request the tools. Okay, what are the tools we have configured here? So you can see here the tools for here, which clearly. So we have not created the another server script. That's why we are seeing the same scripts here. Okay. So you can have the other scripts as well here. Each and every server will have their own tools as well. Okay. So let's request now for like, could you generate the, okay. I'm just requested the code for web scraping information, which you can see. So how you are going to like, collect the data from the various e-commerce. So I just requested for the Amazon. So you can see the list of packages as well here. So the request, beautiful soap, and fake user agent. So you can request for the other functionalities of your code as well. It is not only for Python, you can request for other things as well. Okay, there are same server we have connected for multiple servers, like multiple tools. Like I'll turn off for the KKR. Let me connect it. Let me turn off this server. Okay. Yeah, you can see here the how to return your the fast API code, and in terms of which you can see here. Yeah, you can see how to have the like in terms of for the CRUDA operations, like in a where you wanted to read and where you wanted to fetch the data from the databases, like in where we can say the CRUDA operations. So like in terms of create, read, update, and delete, and the other query based parameters also which you can see. So where you have the clearly pydantic based and the clear the initialization of the code, and in terms of the clear doc strings and everything all together you have. Let I'm just turn it here. So I'm just requested for web scraping as well. So I just wanted to conclude here the advantages of the MCP is like so within your like an organization where you can develop your own tools. So these tool will be integrated with the real time databases and real time data sources. So without like utilizing the third party tools where which you can directly connect it to those that the services, and you can able to retrieve the informations. Yeah, you can see this. Okay, so like in a this is the simple like in you can add your own tools, like in as I written here the code generator tool here. In terms of you can have your own custom like in a where you want to summarize the data, where you can simply summarize your data as well, like in just creating you can upload your PDF document, and where it will process your the document, and it will provide the complete summarization information as well. So you can expand this session to the based on our requirement as well. So simply, if I just walk you through the code, this is the MCP server code, where you will be having the four packages, like in four the frameworks which you are going to utilize. So here, in terms of Azure Chart OpenAI, where you are going to connect to the LLMs and the MCP servers, like this is how you are going to connect with the one server to the another server as well. And the tools here, you can see the simple. These are the tools. You can connect your own local API tools as well, or like, and if you want to connect some external API tools also, where you can simply connect the external API tools here as well. So all the tools or all the data sources will be in a single place, which I wanted to say. So just you can connect all together in a single place with this MCP. So once you can define all the tools together, so just you can start the server with the help of the bat file, like in creating this single command. So you can trigger this bat file, so it will trigger the Python file and it will run up for you. So even if you wanted to test here, so you can create a verified tool, like, and where you can call this tool with the help of the by initializing this particular server as well programmatically. If I wanted to test without the client, so you can simply write the Python programming and you can call the particular tool as well in terms of this server. So whenever you define any tools, so you always have to remember it is the tool name will be start from the server only. So you always have to consider any tool which you are going to define, this should be in the decorator form only. So at the rate server dot tool. So then only that particular function will be considered as a one specific tool for this MCP. So and you can define your all the tools lists in the readme.md file as well. So what is the function of this tool and how it will be helpful. So each and everything which you can be organized here. So these are the various the coding structures which you have to be maintained while in terms of to developing this MCP based the tool implementation as a part of structured the code version as well. So this is for the today's session. So like implementing the MCP, it's not a big task. Just you need to have a some client and you need to have a host. So this particular host will be enabled in terms of like an a either it is a VPC based or host, or it is an open source based host. So you have to be define the protocols like an so the protocols will be like an it is an open source or it is for the custom domains. You have to be defined for those protocols. Once you define, so you can able to initialize this the tools like by calling with the simple functionalities. So just you can hit it like you can, if you want, you can use the Cloud A or you can use the cursor as in terms of the client, and you can utilize all these tools informations. Yeah, if I'm this is for the today's session MCP. Like, and if anyone have a questions, please feel free to ask me. So I'll help you on each and every one. Yeah, if anyone have any questions, please feel free to ask me, or like, and you can raise your hand so that we can unmute and we can clarify your answers questions. So because MCP is very very like an important for every AI engineer, because now because the biggest challenges in the organization is like when they are connecting, when they're dealing with the clients to clients, it's a very difficulty to get them their client data, because like what the applications which we are going to develop, it is all it's based on the client requirements, but the client will not ready to provide his data. So we will get only the very the minor samples. So within the sample, like within the few samples where we have to design the system. So like there will be the multiple challenges which will be occurs, then we have to be like requesting for the more number of samples in terms of to fix up those challenges and everything. So by but with this integrating with the MCP into the our applications, so where we can have a simply by requesting their data in the like in a completely in the secured based authentication, where we can retrieve the data and where we can implement all the necessary steps. Yeah, Imran, it's a nice question, Imran. Can we not make APIs directly instead of giving access through MCP servers? So, like, can I consider if you have any multiple APIs, like, the particular API will be designed in the Java or it is designed in the other programming language. So, if I'm developing the global level application, I wanted to have a multiple data sources. So each and every data source which is having their own authentication. So for each and every data source which I need to create the protocol, if in terms of to access the particular data source also, right? It's a very difficulty in terms of to access the information as well. So these MCP, what we do with the single server and the single protocol, where it can where it will be get all the information from the multiple APIs, Imran. So you no need to design the multiple protocols here, like in a single protocol where you can able to fetch from the multiple data sources. So that's the beauty of this the MCP implementation. Or else, like you need to define for the multiple the protocols for each and every data source. Like and then you need to be utilize the particular sessions. It's a very challenging for the developers. Yeah, Chandrasekhar, when we client calls the tools for a certain task, at which point LLM is called. So, so these MCPs, like in these MCPs also, just consider it is in a one kind of the function for the AI platform. So before calling to the tool, so there will be the certain the functionality which the functions which will be decide what type of the tool to be activated here. So if the user is requesting the question saying that, hey, can you provide the information I want from this LLM? So then if the user specified from this LLM, so the agent will be decided, okay, agent will understand the user query and it will trigger this specific tool only. It won't trigger the other tool. So if we have designed for the LLM also, so based on this question, so it should be triggered this particular LLM, or like an it is to trigger the information from the other data sources. The agent will be decided here. Mukta, like what are the use cases do we need to take care of the security? So in terms of securities, the majorly we depends on the bearer token and the OAuth based OAuth. I hope you know OAuth is the one of the best approach in terms of to make the security based to retrieve the information from the protocols. These are the main two the security implementations which we'll do while utilizing the MCP servers. Yes, Chandra. If we see, the client calls the LLM tool, but before we sending to the LLM tool as well, what we can do, we will implement the supervisor agent. So, if you go back to the previous classes, as we have used the agentic AI based framework as a LangGraph. So in LangGraph, there will be called as a concept called a supervisor agent. So the supervisor agent, so whenever the client requests, whenever the user requests some information, so that user information will be sent to the supervisor agent. So the supervisor agent will trigger the what tool which has to be triggered here in terms of the weather, in terms of the code, or in terms of the translation, or in terms of the general questions. So the supervisor agent will decide and it will trigger the specific tool to retrieve the information. So this is the one of the approach, the MCP, which this is the one of the part when we are developing the AA applications by utilizing the agentic AI frameworks. How do we enable OAuth for the MCP server? So Bala, it will taken care by the DevOps team or like in the front end team. They will be having the complete access of designing the OAuth based implementation. So MCPs are the one of the part like you need to add on functionality to the agentic AI based application. So in terms of to retrieve the real time information, or in terms of to accessing the various data sources in a simple implementation, we are utilizing the MCP based approaches. I just stopped the Pancho. So the just I showed you the tools already. This is like in a we are discussing the QA. If anyone have a questions, I can able to respond for those questions. Yeah, Arvind, here we have not implemented the vectorization. So what we do, if we have a specific tool where you have to get the data from the knowledge base. So where you can already have a setup, that particular tool will be accessing the particular knowledge base, like in a vector database in terms of Azure OpenSearch or Chroma or Firesys or Pinecone or Waymet or so. And it will access the particular knowledge base and it will retrieve the information. So if you go back to the previous sessions where we have implemented the in terms of the vector databases and connecting to the RAG system. We will be cover up all this the MCP with the RAG and LLM all together. Uh, RAG itself, like see, MCP is a part of RAG only. LLM is also part of RAG only. So no need to confusion here. So RAG is nothing but like we will be having a knowledge base. So now if you consider you have the chatbot system. Okay. So in chatbot system, the people think that we will be having a existing knowledge base and we are retrieving the information. Now just think of that. I want to have a real time information as well. So if the platform which I have designed where it will be helpful, it will be provide the real time information also. So this is where the backend operations where they will be having the knowledge base and where they will be having the real time up to date tools information as well. So when the user requests the information, so the backend, the RAG, what it do, it will send the retriever. In the retriever, you can consider it will contact to the knowledge base, and the retriever it will contact to the specific real time tools also. The tools in the sense it will connect it to the MCP based approach only. So it will collect the data from the both MCP and the knowledge base, then it will send it to the generator, and the generator will be going to summarize the final information and it will be sent it to the user. So within the RAG only, we are going to implement the LLMs and tools and MCPs and all together. MCP is just an add-on layer to the RAG system where it will provide the real-time data informations like in real time where you wanted to streamline the real-time information. So this MCP will be helpful for here. Like you consider you are working for some Walmart company where you have created the internal chatbot system. So the chatbot system generally we think as where you will be having a knowledge base as a database. So, but this knowledge base which will have the data of yesterday. Now I want the current data, like in a current last 5 minutes, what was the orders which is happened. So here the MCPs will helpful for our approach where these tools will be connected to the system. So when the user requested the information, so it will look for the knowledge base. If the information is not presented, then it will get the zero records. Then the moment it will look for the MCP servers as a tool based information, then it will retrieve the last 5 records information and it will provide the response to the users. That way, our chatbot will be have a complete like in a real time like it's in a friendly chatbot, or we can say that it is an up to date information, or it's an advanced chatbot system, we can say that, right? When the user asking for last 5 minutes also what is happening, that information is able to respond here. Yeah, Nitin, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to know, as I am from QA background, so from QA
Mhm.
background, how I can use this MCP server in my project, or how I can learn it.
Okay, Nitin, just in terms of if I talk about the QA, so if you wanted to perform some QA, right, what you do generally, you will request a developer to have a some set of sample or some set of data, right, in terms of to be run as a validation. So it's a very difficulty, right, you to get the data as well from the developer point of to execute those test cases. So this is where
Okay.
this MCP, what it will be having. So it will be connected to the specific data sources, and you can get the information in terms of the API or something like where you can connect to this particular tool in terms of the API, where you can run from the postman, you can get the list of samples, and you can able to execute as well. So that's where the MCP will be helpful for you. So if you want to shift your career from the QA to the AI, definitely this program will be helpful for you to be learn from the basics as well. in terms of how to design the models or how to design your own algorithms, and how you are going to return your own MCP based protocol, or how you wanted to deploy this application in the real time scenarios by using the various cloud technologies or Amazon Web Services or Azure. So where we are going to helpful for you in terms of learning and for the career shift.
Okay. So which one is good for me, like for coder or non-coder? Which path I have to
Coder
follow?
is Coder is good, Nitin. Because if you have because you as a QA means you already have written some of the basic coding as well, right? In terms of Java or
Yeah.
some Python, you are going to, so you will
Yes.
be having hands-on experience. I suggest you go for coding level, so you will be having a better package as well. So once you start journey from the coding, you will get some time to learn from the non-coding tools as well, N89 and other tools as well. So it will be easy for you.
Okay. 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 That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, so try to raise your hand so that I can unmute instead of typing. Imran, maybe you can raise your hand, I can unmute you. Okay, Bala, I think, yeah, you can talk, Bala, now. Yeah, Bala, you can proceed. Okay, Imran, you can proceed.
Yeah, thanks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, we can hear. Go ahead.
Yeah. The question is not specific to MCP as of now. Just wanted to know how basically multi-agents communicate between each other.
Okay. So let me share my screen, Imran. So maybe it will be helpful for you and everyone. Okay. I hope you are able
Thank
to
you,
see
team.
my
And
screen.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So consider the multi-agent system. So when you want to implement the multi-agent system means you are going to use the agentic AI based approach. Okay. So consider this is the multi-agent. So what you do, so it will be having the supervisor node in terms of like in a manager you can consider. So before you assigning some task to the developer, first the product owner or the manager will know that what is the task we have in terms of the task, who are the developers, I can assign this particular task, right? So this is where the supervisor node which will be available. Okay. So this supervisor node will be decided, okay, who are the software developers, who are the testing developers we have. So based on the user question or based on the task, it will be directed to this particular node here. Okay. So the supervisor node will be decided by here. So you can see that supervisor node also here it will be here we are going to return in the chart prompt template only with the prompting only. So when the user requested some information, so based on the user query, so it will analyze the information. Okay, so what could be the tool I can assign to for this particular task? So it will decide. That is the beauty of this LangGraph or Crew AI or AutoGen frameworks. So even you can see this for HR use cases here. So these are the various categories you have. Categories in the sense, like in an organization, there are multiple departments we have, like in a tax deduction department and the pay slip department and the payroll department we have. So what we do, whenever the user send us some query, so here it will decide that, okay, what is the kind of the department which I need to send this particular question. So this particular the master node will be decided, and it will trigger the specified agent as a HR agent or tax based agent, or it is in a financial agent. It will decide and it will trigger that particular agent and it will send the information to there. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. I missed.
Okay. So even you no need to define in the sequential, you will be having the React agent is a one type of the approach you have. Okay. React agent, what it do, it will react by automatically in terms of how human will decide the particular task. So React agent will be decided here. So based on the user query, what type of the agent it has to be triggered. Okay, in terms of to take the decisions and everything, it will be decided by the React agent. So whenever you design any agent, multi-agent system. So the multi-agent system which will be designed with the help of React agent only.
So let's say there are multiple agents as is shown in the previous example. So if we have to take the output of the first agent and pass on to the second agent, how would that communication happen?
Yeah, it will. Good question. So what we do, we have the state graph. So it will connect from the one node to the another node. So as you see here, so this is the node. Okay. So each and every state, like in each and every session information will be captured in the node level here. Okay. So this is a master node if you can consider. So as soon as this master node decided that I need to trigger this get resolution path as an agent. So it will directly assign to this get resolution path. Once it is assigned to here, then again it has to send to the another agent if it is considered as a category as complaint here. So it will trigger this particular category as complaint also. So everything information will be captured in the node level here. This is the inbuilt object which will be utilized in the agentic framework.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Thanks.
So, Imran, I would suggest please, like in a last week session, you can just go through that. So where we have covered the multi-agentic, the system with the like in real-time application, we have explained with the node level how to capture and how it will be decided by calling the other agent, how it has to be taking the smart decision system also. In terms of that, we have cleared the session as well. So I would suggest please go through that, so it will be really helpful for you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, anyone have any other questions?
Yeah, let me see. There are questions from Q&A. Can you see that, Venkatesh, the Zero, the Kite MCP and TradeView MCP, shall we use it in a single workflow? Narasimha Sunkara, can you speak out, Narasimha Sunkara? Anyway, Vamsi, you can go ahead because you raised it before. Vamsi Gangaraju, please.
Hi. Yeah. So I have a quick
Yeah,
question
hi.
on MCP. So when you
Okay.
send a query to MCP, right, as in a protocol, and what is the token limit or context window does the MCP accept? Like, is it same as LLM or it is a different here?
No. There is no limit in terms of to sending the request.
Okay. So, but if you send a more context, right, let's say like if I send 5,000 words, does it accept MCP?
Yeah, it will accept. See, once it is accept, then we are sending to the particular LLMs. There, what we are going to do, we are going to chunk the particular information.
Okay. There you chunk again. You'll be doing the like parallel task there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, we are going to do the parallel tasking as a for like in a larger processing handling in terms of to say. So then we will combine all together and will generate the final response.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks. MCP is just part of like an AI-based application in terms of if you wanted to have a real-time scenarios or in terms of real-time data scenarios, so we are connecting through the data sources, real-time data sources. So that could happen through the MCP-based approach only. So that's why we are implementing the MCP, like where you can interact the real-time data sources, so you can get the real-time informations.
So Venkatesh, we do have A2A protocol, right? Which one is
Yes.
based on what scenarios we go for A2A and what scenarios we go for MCP protocol?
MCP is like MCP is ideally best approach because you will be having it with the simple with the simple protocols which you can able to design here. But in the other protocols where you have to design with the multiple the layers, data layers which is required you to be taken a time consumptions as well. So MCP will be the very simple and very straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have any thing related to course agenda or course execution plan, so it would be always better to fill the enrollment form if you are seriously interested for the joining the batch, so that we can conduct one-to-one sessions or query sessions or any information required. We'll try to share with you all, like any previous recording sessions or course plans or any course documents. So we'll share separately offline. So I would like to request everyone to fill the enrollment form. Like if you are interested for either for coders course or non-coders course, please try to fill the enrollment form, so that it helps for us to track the serious people. So we did our best. It's not 1 day or 2 days. So we almost gave 10 to 15 hours of free training. Gave a lot of theoretical and end-to-end practical project implementations. So yeah, I think you can join tomorrow as well with more one more project we explain tomorrow as well, and then decide so that you can practice more projects on GitHub, and you can join each and every detailed sessions from our team. Okay, there are like 10 developers who come and teach every day. Yeah, you can raise your hands related to course also now, so that we can clarify. Vinutna, can you speak out if you have any questions?
Yes, hi. I actually joined late to the session. I really missed the first part, and I would like to know more about the course details and all. And maybe, if possible, could you send me if where I can access this recordings to at least go through at my leisure time? That would be great. And based on that, maybe based on the recordings, I'll fill out the form, the course completion, the course form. I mean to enroll that.
Sure, Vinutna, definitely I can help you. Can you note it down my number also, so that I can send you offline all the information? It's +1 470
Hold on one
861
second. +1.
470
Okay.
861
Mm-hmm.
6312.
6312. Okay.
Yeah, that is my USA number. I can help you over the call or chat or Zoom call. We can talk about all your queries. Okay.
Okay. I'll better first I'll message you on WhatsApp. If you have WhatsApp registered on this number, then based on that we can
Sure.
go
Yeah,
from there.
just say hi to me so that I can store your
Yeah.
name.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. And I see some more people. Yeah, please speak out, like if you have any questions related to course plan and execution. Either me or Venkatesh sir will explain you how we execute this course. Okay, see one more raise hand. Yeah, Divya, please. You can try to speak out, Divya. Divya, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, please.
So, hi sir, I have joined the last week, like on Saturday or Sunday, and then I have joined this section today,
Okay.
and I have missed the previous all classes.
Yeah, we can help you on the recorded sessions. We can also refer the previous recordings over the YouTube. You can go to playlist, click on October month. There are 4 videos uploaded, and there are 3 more videos yet to upload. So I'll make sure we'll upload this weekend.
Yeah, sure sir, I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Praveen, you can go to YouTube and go to playlist and click on October Bootcamp, so that you will, whatever so far the sessions conducted, you will see there. There are few recordings yet to be uploaded. We will do that. Yeah, Venkatesh, sir, do you want to convey anything else as part of today's agenda? I see one hands up, Adabala. Yeah, please. Makame, can you to speak out, please?
Hello,
Hey, hi. Hello. Good morning.
morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I am Abu Suhail from Tanzania.
Okay.
I just lost my network connection of internet. That's why I didn't get so many things on what they were talked about. But I want to ask on the time and the time that we'll be learning this course, and maybe these are free courses or they are paid.
Yeah, sure. Definitely, I will help you. Just to answer your question straight, so we conduct A trainings during the EST timings, Eastern timings. On the weekends, it's Eastern morning timings, 10:30 a.m. ES to 12:30 a.m. ES, both Saturday and Sundays. And Thursday and Friday, it will be EST night time. It's like 9 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So every Thursday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., 1 hour. Friday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST, 1 hour. Saturday, 10:30 a.m. EST to 12:30 p.m. EST, which is 2 hours. Again, Sunday, 10:30 a.m. EST to 12:30 p.m. EST. So we conduct 5 hours in a week, and we committed to conduct 14 weeks continuously, like 90 days to 100 days to complete this complete course.
And
Yeah,
it's free course.
yeah. So you can also WhatsApp me, or you can ping me offline either in LinkedIn or in WhatsApp, so that I can explain you more details over my business Zoom. Okay.
Okay, where is your number? Can you
Yeah,
mention it?
you can refer in the chat group. My team is sending just now. Sai Bopai is sent. You can note it down. You'll get in the webinar chat group. Just now, one of my panel members sent it at 11:57 a.m. You can note it down, that number. That's my USA number.
Okay, so I am looking.
Yeah. Nag Iswar, can you unmute and talk about your question?
Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning. So my question is related to these AI tools. So how can we useful for the ETL or the data engineering background persons?
Yeah, but AI itself more playing a major role in data, right? So definitely it helps you. There are like multiple concept we teaching on data side, data handling, data enrichment, data science concept, data science algorithms, machine learning algorithms, NLP algorithms. We also teach deep learning algorithms, and the use cases whatever we explain are during the projects, or during the use cases whatever we explain on data only, with real time data. So definitely our 100 hours AI concepts related to latest technology, AI tools, agentic frameworks, whatever the tools we explain, definitely it helps to increase your knowledge. Maybe what you can do, you can ping me separately, and I can explain you and send you few recorded sessions on data, so that you can refer and decide. Iswar.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Just ping hi to my mobile number, ending with 6312, so that I can send you some recorded sessions for your reference.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, feel free to ask your question and clarify. We are going to spend 10-15 minutes more. Just to repeat you all, we conduct 90 to 100 days of time from now to till from November first week to till February, and we are going to committed to teach each and everything as per our courses. And so we start with the Python basics and Python intermediate level concepts, and the advanced Python concept we teach as part of our data science algorithms and AI agents related use cases. So all the advanced Python concept we teach as part of projects and as part of use cases explanation. And then we teach LLMs, chatbots. So we teach ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek. We also teach like the differences and the architecture behind all these algorithms. We teach prompt engineering techniques, projects designing and project implementation using prompt engineering. So we teach all cloud AI components starting from Azure, OpenAI, Amazon Bedrock, and Google Vertex AI. So using Google Vertex AI and Amazon Bedrock, we also explain you all 2-3 projects, end-to-end chatbots, explanation using Vertex AI component as well. So we also teach like how we can connect to Azure OpenAI and how we can leverage the OpenAI services into our business applications. So we teach like 2-3 model development, model building, model training, model labeling. So all these like model training related concept we teach and deploy into cloud from end-to-end perspective with continuous integration and continuous deployment concept using Amazon Bedrock and DevOps concepts. So we also teach 20 to 30 hours of time on AI agents projects. So each and every project, the framework we explain with theoretical and project implementation, LangChain, LangGraph, Crew AI, AutoGen, all these frameworks will be explained with different domains and with different projects, with different implementations. So whatever we teach, the same will not be repeated in the regular classes. We explain different projects with theoretical and detailed explanation of project implementation. So, and the advanced concept like MCPs, RAG, applications development using RAG and A2A. So all these will be explained along with use cases. So we have like 40 plus projects designed in GitHub. So everything will be given access to the students who wants to come and explore more things. So it is not like 1 or 2 day. You all have to associate with us for a couple of months to get more idea how to learn this course. Just to let you all know that we successfully executed 4 batches. So we can tell confidently that we can close this upcoming batch before February. I mean before February end. Raju, can you unmute and speak out your question?
Yeah, my question is, sorry, I missed the initial, MCP starting class. So I joined in the middle.
Okay.
So can we use web search in MCP like DuckDuckGo or like, can we use any web search in MCP?
Yeah, you can use. Let me allow Venkata. I think sir has some technical issue. He dropped off. Surya, can you connect with Venkatesh and ask him to rejoin? He got disconnected. Yes, MCPs are like a server-based, individual server-based new software the people started using, right? So you can use that.
Okay.
Yeah. You can message me offline, Raju. So I have a few more recordings on MCP. I can share with you so that you can even along with today's recorded session. And we conducted 3 to 4 projects previously also. I can share with you. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So the course we designed is for both coders and non-coders. So let me share my screen so that the people will. It's my new laptop. So yeah. Do you guys see this course plan? So we like execute this course plan, and this course plan may change little bit for the upcoming batch. So, but we teach each and every tool with the basic. We're starting from basic to intermediate level and advanced level. So if you can see my screen, starting from Python, starting from bots, starting from LLMs. So we explain each and everything week wise, and we also cover, algorithms, each and every like in real time, even if in your Facebook or Google or co-pilots, whatever you are currently seeing, the automated, text messages and all, or text to video or video to text or whatever, the conversations you see like hundreds of automations happening. So all these, there is a behind some algorithm, right? So those use cases will be explained in detail and very, understandable language. So machine learning algorithms, maybe 10 hours, data science algorithms, NLP, deep learning, all these like 30 plus hours we explain with use cases. And then we will go with the real agentic concepts. Before we go agentic concept, we explain the cloud AI components, like few hours on Azure OpenAI, few hours on Amazon Bedrock, few hours on Google Vertex AI, and then we teach generative AI basic level concept with some stories, with the clear understanding how we can jump into AI agents and agentic framework. And then we explain architecture of all these algorithms, GenAI architecture algorithms, processing of text to image, image to video, all these techniques we explain in detail with Python in Jupyter Notebook. And then we explain some around 20 hours on no code tools. No code tools, we will be explaining how to handle test management, how to handle data analytics, how to handle data analysis, how to handle project management tasks. There are like 10 no code trending tools where we can leverage into our daily work. So those, yeah. Someone talking?
No, good.
Yeah, please mute yourself. So all these, like, we have a proper plan where we execute each and everything. Anything related to GenAI, like from model training to model labeling, model deployment, model evolution, all these will be explained. And agents, agentic framework, RAG. So in RAG, we explained 3-4 projects. And using prompt engineering, we build mobile and desktop applications using change and Streamlit apps. So all these will be explained as part of classes in detail. And we also explain projects on fine-tuning, projects on how to handle regular coding, like using Copilots, Microsoft Copilot. These two we give you some hours. And we also explain projects on AI agents, projects on multi-agent concept, project on agentic frameworks, projects on MCPs, projects on there is like development toolkit, agentic development tool. There are some classes on ADK, some classes on A2A, some class on no code tools project, like Google Vertex AI, data analytics side, project management tools, testing tools. So all these will be like we teach like in a hybrid manner from 100 to 120 hours in our upcoming batch. So this will guide you how you can learn, or where to go, what to choose based on your technology. So in AI, irrespective of your technology, whether in Java or .NET or testing, whatever the technology, it would be recommended to learn AI tools, so that your work will be easy and you are like upgrading to your current technology. So if you are a Java, I would recommend AWS Bedrock to be concentrated. If you are in .NET, I would recommend Azure OpenAI to be concentrated. If you are a cloud engineer from Google side, I would recommend to concentrate more on Google Vertex AI. If you are a tester or a project manager or a non-technical support engineer, I would recommend to learn prompt engineering, AI tools, LLMs, AI agents. You can also learn how to use these co-pilots in your daily work. So that is what the industry is expecting, like the whatever the tools automated using AI, you should be in a position to learn and teach and use in your current work environment. So that is what our framework is developed, and we taught almost 400 plus hours. We designed 40 plus project in GitHub, and we successfully executed 4 batches. And last batch also, I see like paid batch, almost 60 to 70 people joined. And I would recommend everybody to enroll and clarify your queries offline with me. We are happy to answer, and we are happy to share course plan, and we have a couple of recorded sessions, like 2 to 3 hours, how we execute this plan, each and everything, and what kind of projects we teach. There is a recorded session we will share with you. So I would recommend to enroll first, so that we will reach you offline on one-to-one basis. Most importantly, if you are in financially issues or want to learn, so try to join our YouTube, try to join our WhatsApp community, so that we can learn some free concepts and free tools also. Let's see, there are 3 more. Raju is done. Sorry. Yeah, can you, Jnaneshwari, can you unmute yourself so that I can answer your question? Jnaneshwari, Pasham. Yeah. Narasimha Sunkara, can you unmute yourself?
Hi, I have one
Yeah.
question on do you have any specific roadmap on generative AI and agentic AI?
Yeah, I mean, for generative AI and agentic framework to learn, we have a complete roadmap. So that is where, like, we don't want directly driving to agentic concepts. So we teach like the foundation concept of generative AI, and before generative AI, we may need to learn few algorithms to understand each and everything. So we have a very complete, in detail designed plan. So I can share with you offline.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
and I can also take a separate session if you want, what we teach and what we execute these projects. So you can, yeah. And if you can see some of the recordings like happened in this October month, there are 15 hours we taught, so that you will get some idea. You can go to YouTube, KKR Gen AI Innovations YouTube. Go to October month playlist, and you can listen.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. You can also text me, ending with 6312 hi message. I will store you, and I will share you some good information. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Jnaneshwari, please unmute now, because I know you're trying to. I think you're again offline. Chandu Gulla, can you unmute yourself? Chandu.
Yeah. So when you're starting a new batch?
Yeah, we are planning to start new batch in November first week. We are seeing a good day, SPS good day to start. Originally, so mostly it will be between November 8th to 15 in the middle. So hopefully it will be either November 12 or 13.
November 12. And what are the timings?
Timings is like weekly 5 hours we cover, Chandu. Thursday, Friday, it will be night time, 1 hour each day. And Saturday, Sunday, we teach 3 to 4 hours each day, 1.5 hour to 1.5 hour.
Oh, just okay. You
Yeah,
don't
it
teach
is.
like a whole
No,
like
we
a
teach
five
only 4 days in a week by covering 5 hours.
by covering 5 hours. And how
Yeah,
many weeks this
it will
could be?
go up to like 90 days to 100 days. And some weeks we may cover additional 2 hours, some weekends we cover. It all depends on some content we may need to spend some time more than 2 hours, 3 hours also. It all depends on the based on the content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any you have any fast track one like
Fast track one, we have it, but most probably I would recommend to learn each and everything because this is all new concepts, right?
yeah, I know. Like you can take a 7 days, like 6 days a week or 5 days a week classes, like more than 1 hour, like
We
class
can conduct, I mean,
means
you just chat with me offline if there are few students, if I
instead of
find it like
going
that.
over like an
Yeah,
if
we
it
can
is
conduct. We can
instead of a
conduct it.
90 days, if you can cover everything in 30 days kind of a thing and every day.
Yeah, we
So
have few requests in that way, Chandu. Definitely, I will add you there. Now we can do that in that way also.
and how much you are charging for this course?
It is $500. It's like lifelong access to GitHub and recording access. Number of batches can be attended from any time. So yeah.
Okay. I'm interested in like that 1 month course. If you have, can start.
Okay. Sure. Ping me offline. You have my number, right, Chandu?
I don't have your number. Sorry.
Get it from the chat group because there are multiple times people are pinging. You can take the last message from Sai. So it is ending with 6312 my number. You can just WhatsApp me. I can help you.
6312
Yeah.
470-861-6312.
861 Correct. Yeah.
So are you in US or
I'm in
in
US
India?
in Alpharetta, Atlanta. You can also meet me if you're in Alpharetta.
Oh, okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Jnaneshwaram, Jnaneshwari, are you able to unmute? I know you're trying to talk. Yeah, I mean, if there are no questions, I think you are feel free to exit. If you, Srikanth, okay, Srikanth, sure, Srikanth. Can one of our panel people note it down Srikanth number? And we have Chandu also, who is looking for in a fast track manner. Yeah, Srikanth number, can someone note it down? Sure, Srikanth. I will talk with you separately. You can also note it down in my number, so that we can talk to each other. I remember you chat with me before, but try to note down my number and WhatsApp me. So yeah, I think please all students trust us. It's been like 1 year we are working on this frameworks and all these concepts. Yeah, last batch also there are many people successfully. Just to let you all know, like there are 12 plus people placement experience we were able to place, and we have separate marketing team as well. There are like 10 people we have. We do market our students. So yeah, if you need marketing services or placement help, please, if you're a student, we'll try to give free service. If you're enrolled with us, we will help you in getting the job as well. Whatever we have associated with our vendors, we'll try to help you if any jobs in AA side. Thank you, Srikanth. Yeah, tomorrow we have very exciting session with different mentor. There is a 1.5 hour session on MCP project, the second project. It helps to everyone. Please join tomorrow as well. Pawan? Yeah. If there are no questions, feel free to exit. I'm going to stop the recording.